You know how they say the future arrives slowly, then all at once? Well, sometimes it really does happen in a single day. November 19th, 2025. That was one of those days. It wasn't just a little wave of news, it was a full-on tsunami. It showed us the unbelievable power we're building, but it also revealed the hidden cracks in our foundations and the huge choices we have to make, like right now. So let's break down what happened on that one single game-changing day.
So picture this. You wake up in the morning, and Google has basically reinvented search as we know it. By lunchtime, XAI is rolling out a chatbot that's designed to be more human. Then, in the afternoon, the internet itself starts to flicker, reminding us how fragile this whole thing is. And to top it all off, by the evening, a bombshell report drops. These same amazing tools could be used to mess with democracy. See, this isn't just the list of headlines. It's the story of one day that lays out the entire map of the AI age, all the promise and all the peril.
All right, so let's start with the fun stuff, the crest of the wave, the big, dazzling new tools that had everyone talking. This is the part of the AI story that feels like pure, unfiltered progress.
On this one day, you could see two completely different strategies playing out. On one hand, you have Google. They're playing the long game, the ecosystem game. They pushed Gemini 3 right into their search engine with a new AI mode, basically aiming for total domination. But then you have XAI, and they're focused on the experience with Grok 4.1. They made a huge leap, not just in accuracy, they slashed what they call hallucinations, when the AI just makes stuff up, from 12% all the way down to 4%, but they also focused on emotional intelligence. They're trying to make AI feel less like a machine and more like someone you're actually talking to.
And this right here, this is the key concept that ties it all together, agentic AI. We are moving way beyond simple chatbots that just, answer questions. These new systems are agents. They can do things for you. Think about it like this. A chatbot can give you a recipe. An AI agent can look at your calendar, see your free Friday night, order all the groceries you need for that recipe, have them delivered, and then pop a reminder in your to-do list to actually cook dinner. That's the difference. And that's why we're seeing all these new developer tools, like Google's Antigravity and Microsoft's Foundry. They're basically building the mission control for these agents to go out and operate in the real world.
But for all that power and excitement you see on the surface, that very same day, the tide pulled back. And when it did, we all saw the cracks in the foundation, the fragility, the risks, and the very real dangers that come with all this new technology.
And the first crack? It's all about money. A pretty stunning report came out from YE, and it found that 99% of businesses have already lost money because of AI risks, things like data leaks or the AI giving faulty information. And for a lot of them, we're talking over $1 million. So these aren't some far-off hypothetical problems. They are here right now, and they are expensive.
So this financial risk is blowing the doors open on a whole new legal minefield. And it really boils down to this question. Can you sue an AI for impersonating you? I mean, Amazon is trying to figure that out right now. They're suing Perplexity over its shopping agent, which they claim was going into customer accounts and making it look like a human was browsing. This case is a huge deal, because it's going to set the stage for new rules around digital identity and what these agents are actually allowed to do.
And beyond the courtroom, the risk is physical. On the very same day, the digital world itself kind of trembled. A massive Cloudflare outage took down huge services. We're talking X, ChatGPT, Claude. It wasn't some kind of crazy cyber attack, it was just a bug. But man, it was a powerful reminder that all of this amazing AI stuff runs on an infrastructure that can be terrifyingly brittle. One single point of failure can bring the whole show to a grinding halt.
This volatility points to what might be the biggest bottleneck of all: power. I mean, good old-fashioned electricity. Traditional data centers, they pull a pretty steady, predictable amount of energy from the grid. But AI data centers, they're a totally different beast. Their energy demand is incredibly volatile. It's spiking up and down thousands of times a second. Our electrical grids just were not built for that kind of load. And that's a massive physical hurdle for the future growth of AI.
So, when you're faced with this kind of tsunami of change, what do? Well, society is starting to build the seawalls. We are scrambling to write new rules, figure out new ethics, and create new standards to try and manage all this impact.
And the stakes? Well, they're existential. A shocking new study came out of Dartmouth that revealed a really terrifying vulnerability. You don't need a giant army of AI bots to disrupt an election. Researchers created these bots that were so convincing, they fooled pretty much every detection system out there. And get this, it took as few as 10 of them to actually change the outcome of a national poll prediction. 10! This isn't some threat in the future. It's a clear and present danger to the whole democratic process.
Beyond the huge political risks, there's a quieter risk to just how we think. A University of Pennsylvania study brought to light a hidden cost of all this convenience. They found that people who used a traditional search engine to learn about a new topic actually developed a deeper, more nuanced understanding than people who just asked ChatGPT. Why? Well, getting that one, clean, synthesized answer from a chatbot discourages the messy but really crucial process of exploring, comparing sources, and actually thinking for yourself.
Meanwhile, at the heart of the entire creative economy, there's this fundamental battle raging over data and art. On one side, you've got the fair use argument. The idea here is that an AI is like a human brain. It learns from the world around it to create something totally new and transformative. But on the other side, you have the licensing model, which says that data is property and creators have to be paid if their work is used for training. You see this with a big deal between Universal Music and Udio. The outcome of this fight is literally going to define what it means to be an artist or a creator in the 21st century.
So what's the world doing about all this? Well, a kind of three-part safety playbook is starting to emerge. First, global laws that already exist, like Europe's big privacy law, GDPR, are being applied to AI companies. Second, the market itself is creating pressure. The rise of AI insurance is basically forcing companies to adopt safety certifications if they want to get coverage. And finally, governments are actively trying to adjust. You see regulators like the EU looking at their AI Act and trying to find that really delicate balance between protecting people and not crushing innovation. All of these daily battles in the courts, in government, in business, they're all pointing to a much, much larger question. As we look out to the horizon, two very different futures for AI are starting to come into focus.
And really, this is the fundamental choice for our digital future. Is it going to be a centralized world, where AI is basically a fortress controlled by a handful of giant tech companies? Or will it be a decentralized world, built on open, transparent networks like SingularityNet's ASI chain, where power is spread out and anyone can participate? It's a choice between a digital empire or a digital republic.
Now, with all of this going on, it is so easy to get swept up in the hype. But this quote from the CEO of Hugging Face, Clem DeLange, is such a crucial reality check. His point is, we're mistaking one way for the entire ocean. The hype around these big general-purpose chatbots, the large language models or LMMs, that might be a bubble. But the much larger, more powerful tsunami of AI, the specialized models being built for science, for medicine, for industry, that revolution is only just getting started.
And that is where we find the real world-changing promise. On this same day, if you looked past the big headlines, you'd see that DeepMind's WeatherNext 2 model was actually outperforming human meteorologists when it came to forecasting hurricanes. You'd see Google's AlphaEvolve helping mathematicians discover brand new solutions to really complex problems. This is AI as a tool for accelerating human discovery, and it's not science fiction, it's already happening.
So this one single day leaves us with one unavoidable reality. The technology is getting smarter, it's getting faster, and it's getting friendlier, more human-like every single day. But as we look at a future of potentially shallower learning, of manipulation, of hyper-intelligent agents, the most important question isn't about the machines, it's about us. Are we